Hello, how are you? Can you all see me okay? It looks a little dark. It's Christmassy and I'm in chill out mode. This is HoofGP evening wear. How are you all? I just thought I'd jump on here because I haven't been on for quite a while. Let me know if you can hear me okay, please, because obviously I'm not watching this, so I don't know if it's working or not. Anyway, we are just back from Edinburgh, depending on where you live. Me, Craig, wifey, and Craig's wifey, my sister, all went away to Edinburgh for an absolutely awesome couple of days away. It was well deserved, and me and Craig had a big treat and plenty of cocktails, so it was really, really, really good. How is everybody tonight? How are you all? Tell me where you are, how you are, and what you're up to. Don't tell me what you're up to, actually. You're watching this, so I know what you're up to. I'm doing a live because I haven't done a live in like forever, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. And people ask me questions on the channel, and I figured it's just easier if I come on here and say hello and answer all your questions on here. So throw as many questions at me as you like, and I will endeavor to answer as many of them as possible. You are everywhere. Oh, I'm going to slow you down, actually. How do that's how to slow you down. Hawaii. Tootie Nugent, you're in Hawaii. Hello, you all right? Hey, Jeff in Charlottetown. Oh my God, I'm a big fan. Thanks, Dylan. I'm a big fan of yours as well. You all right? It's like my tree in the background, by the way. Hi, Daniel in the UK, San Diego, Boston, California, Germany. Hi, Rika Sophie in Germany. Cool name, Rika Sophie. Toronto, Australia. Hello, Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf, does that sound anything like an Australian accent? Probably not. Probably not. So lots and lots of people have been moaning about all the short videos on the channel. I'm trying to mix it up and do longer ones and shorter ones, but it's really, really time consuming. So I'm sorry if there have been quite a few short videos on the channel. I'll try to make sure I do as many long ones as possible. That's why I gave you that super long one the other day. There are lots coming up, and I can't wait for the 2021 Rewind video. It's like a massive effort to put it all together, but it's probably it will be my favorite video of the year because I get to look back on everything. And yeah, we've had some amazing videos this year, so I can't wait to properly look back. Hey, DN Stables, you all right? You're in Virginia, USA, in Connor Lane. I didn't need to read that you're from Ireland. That was pretty obvious. How are you doing? Jamie Bailey, welcome from New Jersey. I'd love to go to New Jersey. That would be cool. Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Sean Doran, related to Jamie by any chance? What happened to the Ford Raptor? Luke Culwick. Okay, so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about on this live. So basically, I bought a Ford Ranger Raptor, which is, for people who don't know, you get a Ford Ranger in the UK, which is like a smaller Ford. Well, it's a bigger one for over here, but smaller for you guys over in the States. And then you get a Ford Ranger Raptor, which is like an off-road race version of a Ranger. And they're awesome. They're beautiful. They really are. And I went and bought one as a treat to me and Craig, because eventually he'll get to drive it too, for the new Crush to tow the KVK. The only problem is it's far too nice. That sounds stupid, but if you guys have seen the state of the Navara, you would know that the new pickup will probably end up looking something similar to a Chris packet within the next year or two. And I don't want that for the Raptor. So what happened was I started kind of pimping it out and making it look good. I lifted it, widened the wheels, and then I actually widened it and raised it so much that it was illegal. So I had to send it away to a motorsport company. So the Ford Ranger Raptor has been at a motorsport company down in England for the past 6 or 7 or 8 weeks, getting a wide body put on it. It's actually finished and it gets back here tomorrow. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I still feel it's a bit too nice for work, but you never know. Craig will be doing his driving test soon at some point within the next few months. And it's an auto. He will only be able to drive an auto and the new Mitsubishi Isuzu. Did people catch that, by the way? Did you see the Mitsubishi badge that I put on the Isuzu just to prove you all wrong? He can't drive that because it's a manual. So we have to kind of come up with something there. So the Ranger Raptor is here and it'll be back here tomorrow. I love it. It's a cool thing. Yeah, good luck, Craig. You're right. Loads of people are saying good luck. Good luck, Craig, if you're watching this. Hello in Azerbaijan. Cleveland, Ohio. How are you? Hi from south of the border in London. All right, Oslam Kozar. That's a cool name. Keith Kenny. Hello from South Africa. Love your videos. Thanks very much, Keith. Do you have more money from YouTube merch or trimming? Says Jeremy Solomon. That's a question I get all the time. So my main job, I'm a hoof trimmer. No matter what happens with YouTube, anything else, I'm a hoof trimmer. But YouTube does bring in money, so it probably does bring in a bit more than hoof trimming now, to be honest. Well, no, it does, but I love hoof trimming. So after YouTube, after everything, there will be hoof trimming, and hoof trimming is what's core to me. That's what's important to me. So yeah, money comes in from YouTube, but hoof trimming is what I love, and I love it more than anything. So yeah, I'll continue hoof trimming no matter what. I have never seen anything like this. You have an amazing channel. I can't look away. So rewarding. Thanks very much. That's nice, Ridge Walker. And Ridge, you sound like Ridge Wallets. Keep hitting the like button, people. Thanks very much, Son of Southern Cross. That's a good idea. Actually, that name rings a bell. Is anybody here out in Texas? I did a really good podcast the other day for a podcast called The Reverend and the Reprobate. That's The Reverend and the Reprobate. Look it up. Podcasters, really, really good. Two fantastically nice people out of Dallas. And yeah, I had a chat with them for a couple of hours, probably only an hour on the podcast. But yeah, go and look it up, The Reverend and the Reprobate, because it's kind of a different side of me that you'll see. Hello from Poland. Hi, Sismon. It's hard to say that. Hello from Houston. You maybe know what the Reverend and Reprobate is. Thank you for the channel. I have actually learned a few tips that I have tried out on my goats. Thanks, Samantha. Well, to be honest, a lot of it will be the same. You don't want to trim your goats too much, though, because they're probably in a different type of environment, so don't go overboard. Slightly different to dairy cattle, but the principles will be the same, and all of the internal anatomy will be exactly the same, just different dimensions, obviously. I started watching you when you had 1,000 followers, says Rachel. Thanks, Rachel. Where did your thing just go? Just disappeared. Well, thanks very much, Rachel. I'm sorry, your comments just disappeared. I appreciate that. If you've been here from the start, let me know, because this has been an incredible journey for me and one I really, really enjoyed. And I appreciate everybody that has kind of stuck with the channel, and me and Craig and Mrs. HGP, who's lying over there asleep. And well, she's not asleep, but she's wearing her gym jams. Yeah. What's up for Texas? Hi, I love seeing the comfy, happy cows. Love your channel. Thanks for being fabulous. Thanks, Elizabeth. I love seeing the comfy, happy cows too. Did you see the ones in the video the other day down in Somerset? That was a good farm. A really cool farm. 800 likes needed, says Rory Bellamy. Hit the like button right now and see how quickly we can get it up. There's 819 people on here right now. See if it can just go. Right. Throw some questions at me, folks. The KVK. Do I like the KVK? I love the KVK. So what's happening with the KVK? So the KVK is obviously a new piece of machinery to us. I wanted it because I wanted that foot position with a little flappy paddle thing, and I wanted the comfort for the cows, and it's working fantastically well. It really is good for that. It's exactly what we're hoping for it, to be honest. But it's machine as well, so we're still getting used to it. We are enjoying it. We've made little alterations, not alterations as in change the design or anything. We've just changed some of the settings so that it suits us perfectly, and we're liking it more and more every day, to the point where we love it. We do use it just as much as the Appleton Steel right now. It's just sometimes it's not in the videos, and the Appleton Steel's in some videos, it's not in other videos. So the KVK is good. I worry in the video sometimes it looks fussy, me taking it off the trailer and things, but it's not. It probably takes, so to set the Appleton Steel up probably takes 6 or 7 minutes. To set the KVK up probably takes 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, so 1 or 2 minutes longer. But horses for courses, it's a fantastic crush. It really is cool. Who flies the drone? Me, almost always. If you're a long-time subscriber of this channel, you will know that when Craig flies the drone, he crashes it, and we end up having to climb trees to get it back. So My wife's saying when I fly it too, I crash it. To be fair, that is correct. The drone's got like these special automated flight modes on it, so it can follow us. Actually, we can chuck it up in the air, select our vehicle or whatever we want to do, and click follow, and then we can drive along, and it will follow us all the way. So it looks like we're good at it. Really, the drone does most of it, but not all. Have you ever found anything in your own foot? No, but interestingly, on this, look at my silly little fingers, they're like little fat sausages. On this finger here, about 12 years ago, I had what I thought was a wart appear on my knuckle. And it was sore, like really sore. And the pressure kept building. And I had it for about 9 or 10 months, believe it or not. And then one day I was sitting at college in a college dorm with loads of people sitting there, and I'm sitting squeezing it. And all of a sudden, a black thorn about 3/4 of an inch popped right out of my finger. I was pretty lucky I never got septicemia, to be honest. But no, I haven't found anything in my foot, fortunately. But I've had little tiny thorns in my feet, like especially metal shavings, and they're ridiculously sore. So yeah, get a haircut, man, says Northern Brit. Well, actually, that's kind of why people told me to get a haircut. So I thought, don't get a haircut. That was the idea anyway. Go against the masses. 2021 compilation, it's coming. Don't you worry, wonky dog. It is coming. Hi in Vienna. Hi, Zhu Tao. Good evening. How are you? Are you going to start? Yes, I am, Jen. Sorry, stuttering like mad. Are you going to start posting subscriber perks again? Jen, yes, I am. I'm on that actually. Either this week or next week, things should change a lot on the member side of things. So you will get more and more and more. I've done something this week that you guys will find out actually. Don't cut your hair, says Michael. What kind of drone do you use? I use a DJI Mavic Pro 2, and it's brilliant. And I use the upgraded controller. It makes a massive difference. Do you prefer the Appleton Steel or the KVK? I don't prefer either. They're just different. Your Christmas tree is beautiful. I decorated it all by myself. You didn't even help one tiny bit. I didn't even help. No. Who done the tree? Wifey and children decorated the tree, and she did an awesome job of it. Richard Renzema. What do you do when both hoofs are messed up? That's a good question. So if you go back about a year and a half, there's actually a few incidences of this. So Richard's asking, when there are 2 claws on one foot, so 2 digits, when both have problems, what do? We have to become inventive. And that sometimes we'll use horseshoe blocks. So if there's, for instance, a sole ulcer on both digits, then that means the outside, so the wall horn, is not affected. So we can put the weight onto there. Now, it's not ideal, but it gets the weight off the sort of solar part of the sole, if that makes sense, and onto the wall horn. So sometimes we will use horseshoes. Sometimes we'll get a block and we'll change it into a different shape. Sometimes, unfortunately, we can't do anything, in which case we'd probably wrap the cow's foot and put her on a straw bed for a week and try to get it like one of the toes strong enough to be able to apply a block. That happens not regularly, but definitely once or twice a month, I would say. I'll try and get a video of it at some point. US are the best. Everybody's the best. How are the dogs? The dogs are fast asleep in a little pile just over there. And we've been away for two and a half days, so I've been missing them. Ever thought about a giveaway? Cow patties. Don't think the postman would thank me too much. I have the Mavic Air 2. I've never tried the Mavic Air 2. Your tree has the same color theme as mine this year. Yeah, it's all kind of white and silvery, isn't it? Love your channel. It's always so relaxing to watch, and I love seeing the relief the cows feel. Thank you very much, Blob. Good name. Hi from Sweden. Hello, Cecilia. How are you? Cecilia Mard. Is that how you say that? The least do another Tom P duet. You two are so funny. Okay, so Actually, I was this close to stopping at Tom P's the other day. For those of you who don't know, Tom P is Tom Pemberton. Awesome guy. Like, nicest person ever from Tom Pemberton's Farm Life. You can go over and check that out on YouTube. Tom Pemberton's Farm Life. Tom Pemberton Farm Life. Yeah. So when I was down in Somerset, we actually kind of passed his farm, or at least pretty close. And I had said to him I was going to drop in and then didn't because life ends up hectic and I didn't get the chance, unfortunately. India says, hello. What does the tattoo on your right arm say? It says, he who wanders is not always lost. Well, he who wanders is not always lost. Well, you can't see it there. That tattoo is like 15 years old. Yeah. Sometimes it looks like there are cracks left in some of the routine trims. Why don't you follow these? Okay, so that's a really important question. Sometimes it looks like there are cracks left in routine trims. Why don't you follow these? Well, a routine trim is all about balance and about making sure that the weight is distributed evenly between two soles. I said that a lot of time. It sounds rehearsed because it kind of is, I suppose. Now, the cracks, if the cow isn't lame, if there's no problem, then the main reason for a routine trim is purely to distribute the weight evenly over the surfaces. So if we take away every little crack that's there, what we end up doing is making pinch points. So for instance, if there's lots of little cracks on the right hand claw and we took them all away, we'd put loads of pressure onto the left hand claw. And if she wasn't lame before, we've now created a problem by making too much pressure on one claw when she wasn't lame before. If those cracks aren't causing a problem, then we can leave them. Unless, of course, they really are kind of all over the place, in which case we would remove them. So it's a judgment call every single time. Guys, there's lots of people sending in super chats, like Domino there. Sorry if I'm missing them. Thank you very much for all the love. You don't need to do that. I've been watching Tom P for about 8 months because of you. He's good, isn't he, Annette? He really is good. Spartan. Are there farms where the Appleton is more useful than the KVK? Yes. Yes, sometimes the Appleton is more useful than the KVK. That's right. Sometimes the KVK is more appropriate than the Appleton. It just depends on the farm type, to be honest. Like I say, they're both good on every single farm. It's just sometimes one is slightly better than the other. So if I only had one of them, life would be good. But we've got two, so that's good too. Hello from Naturita in Southwest Colorado. That sounds more exotic than here, doesn't it? Colorado. Hoof GP, Alex Steele collab, Brian from Milwaukee. Actually, your name. I've got a big thing about your name soon. Hoof GP vs Alex Steele. So Alex Steele is this guy who has a blacksmithing channel, and he's absolutely awesome. Everybody can go over to Alex Steele's page, Alec Steele. That's ALEC. And then Steel like the metal, and tell him he needs a collab with a Hoof GP. I think he's awesome. I would love him to make me the world's best hoof knife. So yeah, I would love that, but I wouldn't know how to get in contact with him, to be honest. Are you getting rid of the Appleton Steel? Asks Sean. No, I'm not. I have absolutely no plans to get rid of the Appleton Steel. I have no plans to get rid of the KVK. I'm just using both of them as and when appropriate. So no. Love your neighbor. Are you one of my neighbor? I'm not. Hello to Ollie. I can see you, Ollie McKee. Hi, Ollie. So Ollie McKee, if anybody looks at my Facebook page, Ollie is always representing the Hoof GP with the merch on. So hi, Ollie. Hope you're well. MM Motorsport, hello from Germany. Luke. Oh. Hold on. Campbell wants to say hello. Say hi, Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
This is Campbell, my youngest son. I am one of your neighbors blushing. Are you? Zhao to hello. You all right? Super crazy. What are you having for Christmas dinner this year? We're having turkey and gammon, and yours truly is the chef for the day. We're not at 800 likes, guys. If you can click that button right now and make the likes go up, I would really appreciate it. The lovely wife doesn't seem to be a morning person. So, yeah. So, you've got a good second name, Dorothy. So she actually is a morning person. She's totally fine. It's just when I get up, she's just getting up as well. And I end up sticking her on camera when I probably shouldn't. And she's got bedhead, no makeup. She's all wrapped up. Yeah, so I feel bad. Shouting out from South Africa. Love you guys. Love you too, Ross. Hope you're well. Cindy Munger. Turkey and what? Gammon. Turkey and gammon and all the trimmings. Like, we're big on Christmas. So for Christmas Day this year, there's going to be us. Craig, obviously, is coming around with his wifey and kids. Except not all his kids, because can't all be with them. My sister, Kirsty, and her fella, Mark, and their kids are coming around. And my wife's dad, hopefully, and wife will come round in the morning for bacon rolls. Texas boys say hi. Hey, Vap. Brian, hope you're well. John Little, how many trims do you do? The trims you record and post? That's a really good question, actually. So we trim around 360, 370 cows. So per week, that is. So that's like 1,300 feet per week. We post 5 or 6 maybe. So we don't film many at all. First and foremost, I say this all the time. First and foremost, I'm a hoof trimmer, but I really am. Like, I'm working flat out all the time, hoof trimming cows, and that's what I love doing. I love doing this to try and improve the hoof health of cows all across the farms that I work at. So we don't actually film all that many because it kind of gets in the way, but I love doing it, so I keep doing it. But I need to be respectful to the farms that we work on, and I need to be careful what I show. And at the end of the day, I need to trim cows' feet. So if I trim too much and film too much, then I don't manage to trim enough feet, and it holds me back. So I trim around 360 cows a week, and we probably film 4 or 5 cows in total, I would think. So there's a huge disparity. That also sometimes can falsely make it look like a lot of the cows' feet are bad, but really they're not. Out of 1,300 feet, I'm only showing you 4 or 5, and they're not always that bad, are they? So that's like 0.1%, isn't it? Hi from Yorkshire, Shalifax. Are you from Halifax, I take it? Good name. Subscribe. Good idea, Morse kids. Hello from the Scottish lass in Missouri. Gammon is ham. Sorry, yes, gammon is ham. Sorry, my mouth's going dry. Look, if you don't know what iron brew is, you need it in your life. It's made from girders. Merry Christmas, buddy. How are you all doing? Right. Throw me some questions, hoof trimming questions, people questions, life questions, anything you want questions. Hello from the Bahamas. How's the weather in the Bahamas this time of year? Is it good? Iron brew is amazing. Yes, Daniel, you are correct. Iron brew is amazing. When you getting cows, says Mr. Lurcherman. I wish I was getting cows. So where we bought the premises, the land, the house that we're on, it's not that big. It's about 3 acres. It had a holding number, and we did want to get animals and things, but we didn't realize the holding number had actually been relinquished. So we're not actually allowed to buy cows and have them here as any sort of business, which makes things much more difficult. Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. On the plus side, it means I have less work to do, I suppose. But yeah, it would have been cool to have animals here. Have you any experience with sheep hooves? It says Ryan Cretan. I have a little small amount of experience with sheep hooves, yes. Best thing is not to touch them unless they absolutely need it if they are lame. So you wouldn't routine trim sheep feet at all. Do you show all of the bad ones? Says Chris McCoy. No, I don't. I definitely don't show all of the bad ones. But that's not me not showing it. It's just the fact that we're not always trimming because, we're not always filming the bad ones. Not because we don't want to show it, but because we're so busy, we just need to crack on and get them done. So sometimes if I think, this is interesting, we've not shown this for a while, I'll film it. Why did you make the change to being able to lift all the feet at the same time? Why did you make the change to being able to lift all the feet at the same time? I've always done that, I think. Yeah, I've done that for the last 2 years at least. It's better for the cows, actually, because it's much quicker. And that means that they're not in the crush for as long. So everyone's a winner. Hiya, what's your huge back tattoo? How do you know that, Raven? Raven-esque. Hiya. Oh, when did I mention that before? Oh, did I? So my whole back is completely covered in a tattoo, and it's all to do with family. So it's Latin phrases. It's the god Hersha, which is the god of family, and then little boy being led up the stair by an older figure and things like that. So it's all like my whole back's covered in basically a family orientated tattoo. Who sharpens your knives? Do you do it yourself? So I do it. I'm trying to get Craig to do it more and more. He has been doing it quite a lot, but basically, yeah, so I do it most of the time. I will do a full video on how to sharpen knives. I've done one in the past, but it was about 2 years ago, and I actually sharpen them slightly differently now on a different machine. But yeah, I sharpen my knives, and Craig does it sometimes. Hi, Megan Eloise. Hello, you all right? What? Hello from California, USA. What is the most common problem you encounter in trimming? Unfortunately, it's dermatitis mortellaro. Yeah, digital dermatitis is by far the most common problem now. It used to be sole ulceration, so sole ulcers or bruising. And if you watch the last video, you'll know why and how you can avoid it. I like when the cows freshly out of the crush turn and look back to say thank you. Do you think they're saying thank you though? Because they're looking back and they're more like, whoa, what was that? Like, no, seriously, what was that? Sometimes I think they're saying thank you. Sometimes it's what on earth was that? Can you speak in different accents? Yeah, I can, but I'll probably muck it up if I did it here and now. So I'm not going to try. Hello from Germany again. Have a nice third Advent, y'all. Do you ever get cows happy to see you? Yes, definitely. Chalks 2001, we get cows happy to see us quite regularly. They'll come up and they're really inquisitive creatures. So I've said it before that cows are either like, oh, what's that? Or, ah, what's that? So they're really inquisitive and they're naturally scared. So a lot of the time they will like be apprehensive, or if you stand still, for instance, or just move like this, they'll come up and like have a wee sniff and see what you're doing and things. So they'll follow you all the way around the shed. So yeah, you get cows that are happy to see you. Most cows aren't.
Loretta Jane is wondering what you're asking Santa for Christmas.
Loretta Jane, what am I asking Santa for Christmas? Nothing really. I don't really need anything. So no, I've not asked for anything in particular. Do you speak? Do I or the missus speak Gaelic? Unfortunately, no, I don't. It's cool though. It is really cool. Nobody where I live actually speaks Gaelic. More in the north of Scotland, and the islands in particular. Where does the idea for the Hoof GP come from? So my name's Graham Parker. The Hoof Graham Parker GP. I fix cows' feet. I don't know. Oh my God, you're amazing. When I read ones like that, I read it out, I go, oh my God, you're amazing. And then I get a little bit embarrassed and kind of fade away. But thanks very much, Margaret. I really appreciate it. Barsh Graham, have you ever thought of designing your own crush? So we used to make cattle crushes, actually. My stepfather, who is now passed away, he passed away about 3 years ago, I think, maybe 4. We used to build and manufacture our own crushes, and I really enjoyed doing it. But no, I wouldn't do it on a commercial basis now at all. There are people like KVK and APPLETON who make awesome crushes, and I couldn't compete with them. So I wouldn't want to do something that wasn't the best. My missus is looking at me funny, like she wants to ask me something.
Stormtrooper 88 wants you to fix your hoodie and your string.
Stormtrooper 88, you want me to fix my hoodie? Is that better? Yeah, sorry. QQQQ, when do you know it's time to trim the dew claws? When they're over an inch long. So dew claws are the little claws above the main hoof. And those dew claws are actually a kind of hangover from when cows used to roam the wilds in the wilderness. And it was kind of, they were there to splay out the feet so they don't sink into the boggy ground. Cows are originally from Holland and the kind of Black Forest area, and there was marshy land there. So they developed dew claws from the oryx. And those dew claws now don't really have any use. But when they get over about an inch long, they start to attract dirt and slurry. And then that causes infections like digital dermatitis because there's extra muck on the dew claws. So if they get over an inch long, trim them back to about half an inch. you won't really go too far, but half an inch is perfect. If you go any further than that, you will hit the corium. So yeah, if they're over an inch long, trim them back a little bit because they'll either catch them on something and cut themselves or they'll attract too much dirt. What is your favorite thing to do when you're not trimming cows' hooves? Cars. Yeah, my favorite thing is, so I'm a total petrol head. Like, I just love cars, anything to do with cars. So yeah, favorite thing is to look at cars, play with cars, drive cars, anything to do with cars. What awesome channel GP. Thank you, South Vancouver. Have you ever trimmed any other bovines, yaks, bison, buffalo, etc.? No, I haven't. We don't really have anything around here. Believe it or not, I've never even trimmed a Highland cow. So we trim lots of belted Galloways. They're my favorite. Charleys, Limousin, Aberdeen Angus, Belgian Blue, all those kind of multicolored cows, and obviously a Holstein cattle. But we don't really have anything like yak or buffalo or bison around here at all. And we've never trimmed a Highland cow, although that should change within the next couple of weeks, because actually somebody asked today if we could trim a couple of Highland cows for them. Do you and Craig share video? We don't really share video. Nah, not really. If guys who are watching this right now don't know, Craig has a YouTube channel called Craigie Boy. So check his channel out. Go and give him some love and say I said hi. Iron Brew or Curly Whirly? Oh, Iron Brew, probably. It's sitting right here. Barbados. Hi, Wendell Foster. You all right? Cutest cow is a hairy cow. That's true. Italy. Hello, Gino Bordot. How are you? Film the Highlands. Cat. I probably will. I don't want to upset the people with the Highland cows, but I probably will film them because it'll be interesting to show you guys exactly how Highland cows go into crush, because they have massive horns, a bit like Longhorns, but not quite as long. But really, they're good at getting into crushes. So that'll be interesting to show you guys, because people wonder how they manage to get into crushes with those long horns. Have you ever trimmed a horse? No, it would actually be illegal for me to trim a horse. Love your videos. Moo, greetings from Norway. How do you know when a cow hoof is due for trimming? So a cow's hoof should be around 75 to 80 millimeters long. So about that long, or the width of my 4 fingers. And that's about the same for most people. Most people's fingers from here to here are about 75 to 80 millimeters long. And if those cows' feet are longer than that, what happens is they get longer, so the angle decreases. So their feet start to hit the ground in the wrong, at the wrong angle, and that causes sole ulceration. So if their feet are longer than 75 or 80 millimeters, depending on the size of the cow, then you need to trim them back so that their feet land properly. The angle of their foot should be about 50 degrees, which is like that. So basically, if they're longer than your 4 fingers, they need to trim back. You inspired me to get a cow. I'm leaning towards a Highland. What would you recommend? I'd recommend a belted Galloway, Chris, get a belted Galloway. They're awesome. And they're from where I'm from. Has there been many cows that you couldn't help? Says VXR Man. VXR Man, I'm assuming you like your Vauxhalls, Opals. There definitely have been a few, yeah. So you need to make a decision. If a cow is really bad, really sore, and you're not going to be able to fix her, then you need to be able to tell the farmer, this cow would be best away from the farm, gone from the farm, for her own benefit and for yours. So if we can't fix one, we will tell the farmer that. It doesn't happen that often because usually our farmers are good. The farms that we don't go to regularly, that can happen sometimes because obviously we're not there regularly. So problems go unnoticed, or they go for too long a time and they're not fixed and they go too far. We can't get them back. So yes, that does happen, but thankfully not too often. Sugar sweetened iron brew, liquid diabetes waiting to happen. There's no sugar in it. This is sugar-free iron brew, actually. But thank you for your worry.
Yeah, a lot of people are wondering if you've dyed your hair because it looks dark. It's quite a most.
Have I dyed my hair?
Just for men.
Yeah, it's just for men. Yeah, it's wet. I was in the shower. It's wet. I drive a Ford Focus ST. Good choice. I like a Ford Focus. You have a beautiful home. Thanks very much, Lisa. That's kind of you. Iron Brew 1901 is amazing. It is amazing. And actually, my brother, James Parker Sculpture, you can check his YouTube channel out, James Parker Sculpture. He knows the guys who own Iron Brew, and he's got sculptures in their garden. How cool is that? Dutch cows are the best. I think that's a matter of opinion, Busy. At which point does a cow become food? Juby Rome, at which point does a cow become food? That's a really sensible question. And it's something we shouldn't shy away from. Maybe it's not the nicest part of the job, but it's a fact of life. So at the end of all dairy cows' careers, they become food. That's what happens. And they go into the beef industry. So yeah, at the end of their life, they become food, which is pretty obvious, I suppose. For a dairy cow, it's much later in life than it is for a beef cow, though. And did anyone watch the F1 race and come here and saw a guy talk about cows? I wish I watched the F1 race. I've kind of fallen out of love with it in the last couple of years, but I should get back to it. Sean Gallagher. I've been here since 800 subs and loved every minute you've helped me out. Cut costs because I can do the routine trims now myself, and that helps me put more money into the cow's standard of living. Sean Gallagher, that is the perfect comment. So Sean Gallagher says he's been watching us since the very beginning, and we've helped him to learn how to routine trim his cows, and he's cut costs by doing that and helped put more money that he would have spent on that into their care in other areas. And that is like, that's the dream. That is exactly why I started this channel. So if I've helped anybody at all, and I've helped Sean, then my work here is done. It's worth it. It really is. It's so good. Even my own farmers, obviously, some of them watch the videos and it helps them to look after their cows' feet better because they do trim in between the times that we trim, and that really, really helps. What do you do if both? Yep, I've answered that one. How often do cows get euthanized due to hoof problems? Says Axel T. Not very often around here with me, luckily. Yeah, maybe one a year, possibly. Not many at all. So that's out of about 16,000 cows that we see roughly. Hello, Hoof GP and family. Hi, Laurie Spittler. Hope you're well. Paddy, have you ever had narrow escapes with wicked cows? I've had some where I didn't escape, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've broken my eye socket and my nose a few times because of cows. And I remember one particular cow 29, yeah, at a farm that I go to. She, every single time I went in the shed, she would literally race at me from no matter where she was in the shed and smash me out of the shed. She only ever got me twice, but yeah, it was pretty sore. Cow 29 would charge at me. So yeah, I've had near misses as well, but I've had some that haven't missed. How is that calf you trimmed? Oslam, that calf I trimmed is doing really well. I haven't seen her for about a month and a half. I would expect her feet starting to overgrow soon, but she's out in the fields, so that's the best place for her. When she comes back in, she will probably need trimmed again. Oslam's talking about a little calf that had these massive long feet like this that we had to pin down and restrain because she was too small for the crush. And we had to trim her feet right back. She was walking much better, and she is still walking really well. But yeah, she'll need trimmed again, probably within the next couple of months. Right. I won't stay on here too much longer, guys, because I will really start to bore you even more than I already am. Pokemac, thanks for the super chat. When will we see Gracie again or get an update on her? Okay, so this isn't something I was avoiding. I wasn't sure what to do here. Did I do a video on it or not? So Gracie came to the end of her career on the farm, and the farmer actually asked me if I would like to take her to my house. Unfortunately, as I explained earlier on, I couldn't because I don't have a holding number, which is what you need to have cattle. And she's now been sold off the farm. So she's been sold on to someone else. I'm not sure where she's gone or why or where she's gone, but she got an extra couple of years on the channel, on the farm because of the channel. So yeah, Gracie has moved on to pastures new, which might be a beef farm or a breeding farm or whatever. I'm not sure, but she has left the building. Her calf is still there and she is doing really, really well. Her calf's named Lola. We named her on the channel, so we can follow Lola's story as well. Unfortunately, I didn't know that Gracie was going, or I kind of did, but didn't know when she was going, so I couldn't get a goodbye video. Otherwise, I would have absolutely loved to because she was cool. What causes pus in cow's feet? When there's an infection in a cow's foot, the cow will try to fight that infection, and all of the white blood platelets basically fire themselves at the infection, and in the crossfire, the skin and surrounding, well, the white blood cells, that's what it is. It's white blood cells fighting the infection that become the pus. Are you drinking? Yes, I'm drinking Iron Brew. Turbo or NA, says Grand Madness. Well, actually, I just bought a new car and it's twin turbo. So turbo, but NA probably NA would be better. Yeah. Your channel and hoof trimming course have helped me. Okay, so Farmer Kid is saying your channel and hoof trimming course. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, Farmer Kid, your channel and hoof trimming course have helped me so much with trimming our daily cows. Thank you so much. You're really welcome, Farmer Kid. So I don't talk about it that much on the channel, but we actually have an online course which teaches people how to hoof trim their cows. Obviously, I do that on a daily basis on the YouTube channel, and that's the point of it. But if you wanted something more in a logical format that is totally scheduled out and in a good in a way that you can progress through it, then we produce an online course so that people can do that. And it's worked fantastically well. I couldn't believe the uptake on it. Yeah, and we're due to actually do some talking to some of the people who have done that course because we reached out to them actually, and I'm going to speak to them and see how they're getting on with the course. I haven't actually got back in touch with them yet, but I will. So if you're watching this thinking, he said he was going to talk to me, then I will talk to you in the new year, and I'll get back to you then. How many hoofs could a hoof trimmer trim? I'm going to say that quickly, Brick James. How many hoofs could a hoof trimmer trim if a hoof trimmer could trim hoofs? I told you earlier, 360 cows in a week. All the best from Nevada. Hello. Right. Another 5 minutes, guys. And I am off ski. It's really warm in here tonight. Hello from Grand Rapids, Michigan. How often should cow hooves be trimmed? Around every 4 to 5 months. Yeah, so around every 4 to 5 months. L3GG, can you eat the cow's trimmed hoof? I'd rather not. You probably could somehow, but I wouldn't recommend it, I don't think. Equine Mads, been here since 20,000 subs. You've helped me understand cows a lot better and hoping it will help towards my degree. That sounds like you're either a veterinary nurse student or a vet tech or a vet going through uni. So I hope I have helped you as well, Equine Mads. Ryan Creation, what's your favorite breed of cow? It's the belted Galloway, the Oreo cow. Hi from Louisiana. Hi from Pakistan. I have nothing to do with cows, but I absolutely love your videos. Love from Pakistan. Thank you very much, Zargam Tanvia. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you guys watching. I really, really do. Midwestern Hoof Trimmer. Who's that guy? Midwestern Hoof Trimmer. Been here since the beginning. I've never heard of him. Midwestern Hoof Trimmer. Actually, I probably should know that name. Nope. Yeah, that's Aaron Lavoie. Everybody should go and check out the Midwestern Hoof Trimmer, Aaron Lavoie. He's been in plenty of my videos. And hopefully at some point he'll get back over here or I'll get back over there. The whole COVID thing is just endless. But once it disappears, hopefully we'll get to do another collab. How's that sound, Aaron? It would be good, wouldn't it? Mark Weber, how did the storm affect your trimming and the farms you go to? So a couple of them now have flat pack sheds. They weren't supposed to be flat pack sheds, but they are. So yeah, a few sheds came down, but other than that, we were pretty lucky in the storms, to be fair. Yeah, not too bad at all. I just wanted to say that my father died in January, says Tom Gilman. I was seriously depressed, but your channel really lifts my mood and brings me so much joy. Thanks so much. Well, thanks very much, Tom, for that message. That is really, really, really nice. And it does touch me. That's really, really cool. I know I've been in some deep, dark places in my life, and keeping busy with this YouTube channel has helped me through it. So you're not the only one that this channel helps. Hi from Connecticut, USA. I came upon your channel last year during a bad depression. I didn't mean to read two of these back to back. Swayskit says, your love of the cows has helped me bring bring me out of my funk. I'm glad it has, Sway. I'm really, really glad it has. Robert Park, no relation, I don't think. I don't know. No, don't know. Thank you for being the kind heart. Your channel has helped my peace of mind during the pandemic. Okay, I'm going to talk about something that I didn't think I was going to talk about. So I've got a book coming out. I don't know when, but it is pretty much finished. We just need to polish it. And the book it's about the side of my life that you don't see and nobody really knows about. And some deep, dark stuff, but where I've come from and like where I want to head in my life, where the place I'm at right now. And it goes into a lot of the stuff that people don't see on social media. So on social media, we obviously promote positivity and we never ever lie. We show the good side of our lives. We don't promote the negativity, but it is there. And the book kind of talks a lot about what's happened in my past about that. So I too have a lot going on in my life and have had a huge amount going on in my life that you probably wouldn't believe. And the book is all about that. So the guys who watch the channel and it gives them a little bit of respite from their lives and kind of takes them away to a different place. I totally hear you on it. And I really appreciate you reaching out and telling me about that because that touches me like kind of in there somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, off that bit. Hello from BC, Canada, British Columbia. Lou Guy, thanks for the super chat. Again, you don't need to a book. How interesting. Maybe not. No, it is. But it'll really show you a lot of different things you maybe wouldn't have thought about me. Can't wait. Hopefully, read your book. It will be amazing. Thank you, Equine. Alejandra Peraya. I love you. Oh, thank you. Tinka, that's great. Thanks for sharing about yourself. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. What called you to hoof trimming? So my stepfather was a hoof trimmer for 27 years. He became ill. I helped him fix his business and keep it going and became a hoof trimmer in the process. Greetings from Holland. Hi, Hank. Hope you're well. Southern California says hi. Greetings from Wisconsin, where we have lots of cows too. Do you get snow over in Scotland, and how does the snow affect their hoof care? So we do get a lot of snow in Scotland, but not where I live. I live right in the southwest, and the mountains around us do get snow on top of them, or hills. But I live right next to the sea, so we almost never get snow, but it does get cold. Is there ever a time you don't have cows to trim? I love watching your videos, says Dimitri Pinzon. No, we're flat out trimming all day. We could trim 7 days a week, 24 hours a day if we wanted to. And I do love trimming, but not quite that much. Nope. Lost it. Hi from Brary, Ontario. Shout out from Betty, Oregon. My family loves your channel. I'm a hay farmer and appreciate your work. Thanks very much, Farmers for Truth. Hello from Cajun Country, Louisiana. Jay Parker. Jay Parker is my nephew's name, actually. So hi, Jay. But that's not my nephew, I don't think. You don't live in America. Love from Sri Lanka, says Ushan. Hello from Ohio. Where did you meet Craig? It was a very unfortunate and dark time in my life, Paddy. I really don't want to talk about it. Where did I meet Craig? You're just bringing up the past, and it's not good. Craig is my sister's husband. So I met Craig through my sister at my mother's house. And I was joking about the dark part. Arizona again. Will you ever post unique pictures of cows? What do you mean by that, Ellis? Will you ever post unique pictures of cows? Do you mean, should I take photographs or paintings? What do you mean? How do you get used to all of the cow? It's always flowing, says Cali Masters. To be honest, you don't even notice it after a while. I grew up on farms. So hoof trimming isn't something... Hoof trimming, obviously, I learned 10 or 11 or 12 years ago, whatever it was. But I didn't learn cows or agriculture then. I've grown up with it. Literally, in fact, when I was born, it was announced over the local mart's tannoy system because my father was at the market selling cows when I was being born. So I've literally been on the farm since day one. So cow poo, cow muck, whatever you want to call it, not an issue. It's just processed grass, guys. How do you get used to... Oh, same one. Right. I'm going to answer another 5 questions, and then I'm going to head off. Oh, wow. The likes have really shot up. Thank you. Farm and Race Gaming. Poo is only processed grass. You are correct. Charlotte Adderley. You, Craig, and Cows 2022 Naked Calendar.
That's for the wife size only.
Ashley says that's for the wife size only. She must have good eyesight. Kathy's Tear Garden. I enjoyed seeing both you and Craig doing such fine work. You mentioned Aaron Lavoy, and would love to see a collaboration where we would see you, Craig, and Aaron and Pedro. Merry Christmas. We'll tell Aaron to get his wallet out and get him and Pedro over here, and we'll put Pedro up. Aaron can get a hotel. Aaron's great. I'm only joking. Born in the Muck, says Axel T. You couldn't be more correct. Hi from Staffordshire. Hi, Lorna. I hope you're well. I watch your videos with my 10-year-old niece who wants to be a vet. Good. That's class. That's exactly what I want to hear. Have a great day, homie, and you and your family. I hope you're all good. Thank you, Derek. Daniel Chandler. Hello. How are you? Joe. Kathy. There's so many of you. It's hard to say hello to everybody. Do you trim your toenails with that knife? No, I use the grinder. 2 more questions. Alex, the Dutch dairy farmer. Alex, the Dutch dairy farmer is a guy on Instagram who is a really cool guy, and he's always posting stuff. He's just asked, have I seen his Instagram post? I haven't seen his story, but I will check it out after this live. Okay, Alex, hope you're well. Ross Tafaria, dude, I hope you're not in just skivvies. Yeah, I am. I know. It's bad, isn't it? I should pretty much always be wearing hoof trimming gear. Have a blessed evening. Thank you. Do you think your children will take over the business, says Ashley Kelsick? I don't know. Kier, my elder son, is really, really keen. He loves it, but things change really quickly, don't they? Kathy Hanks, when's the book coming? It's coming. Actually, the cover is being designed as we speak. It won't be out for Christmas, though. Definitely not. It'll be next year. Definitely. Can you try and speak in Spanish? Buenos dias, señorita. There you go. I think señorita. Yeah. Have a Merry Christmas. You too, Laurie Goldsmith. Christina Holcomb. Love your wife's response. She's always in the background.
I'm only thinking of other people because they wouldn't want to see it.
She says she's only thinking of other people because they wouldn't want to see. Wait, what? They wouldn't want to see it? That would be like the best-selling calendar of all time. Portland, Oregon to... what's the title of the book? The title of the book is Off the Hoof. Off the Hoof. Because obviously I'm not talking... Well, I am talking about a bit about hoof trimming in it, but it's off the cuff and away from the hoof. So the title is Off the Hoof. Alien Boy, hi, my name's Kieran. I have been working on my granny's cow's hoofs, and I'm from Ireland. You got me into it, so thanks to you, dude. Well, you're welcome, Alien. I was over in Ireland not so long ago, and it was cool, really cool. Will there be an audio book version, says Axel T. I don't know. Should there be? Can we pre-order the book? Not yet, John. I'm not exactly sure where. Well, it will be published on Amazon, definitely. I'm not sure how else it's going to be published. But yeah, I will let everybody know in plenty of time. I just want to get it right and not be completely happy with it. My wife is sitting with her hand up like this, like she wants to ask a question.
There's a few people asking about merch. Can you just say that it won't be available until next year now?
There are people asking about merch, apparently, and I'm to tell you it will not be available until next year. That's because DPD, the company we use for shipping, are useless. And we didn't want people to order things for Christmas and it not arrive, especially stateside. So we took all of the merch off the first week in December so that everybody got their orders on time. We actually started to sell out of a lot. You wouldn't believe how much merch is sold. It is eye-watering, and I'm very lucky because my wife looks after it all. So if you've got merch, it came from my beautiful wife. Should have gone Royal Mail. You wouldn't believe how hard it is using Royal Mail either. They're all terrible. RIP DPD. Oh, DPD are just terrible. Hi, there should be an audiobook, please. Okay, everybody wants an audiobook. So yes, there will be an audiobook then. I got mine in 2 days, says Amanda. I'm glad you did. Brilliant. We were posting the merch out once a week, every week. Well, actually, sorry, we weren't. Ashley was. It ended up about twice a week. And yeah, 3 times a week sometimes. And it worked really well that way. But the customs and COVID, and if you're in the States or Poland or somewhere else, you get importation tax. So it complicates it for everybody. And it's so frustrating because we just want to send out really good quality merch to the people who want it and get it there without any hassle. But it doesn't always work that way. Difficult, isn't it? Right. Will you sign the books? Love Pug. I'll sign some of the books probably, but probably not all of them. How long is shipping to America? How long did it take roughly to ship to the States, Ashley?
Between 6 and 10 working days.
Between 6 and 10 working days, I think.
Longer because there was COVID.
But because of COVID, it was taking longer. Our postal service sucks. Yes, it does. Wow, nice work. Right, guys, I am going to head off. I've been on here for 55 minutes and 46 seconds. I got mine within 2 weeks. Whereabouts are you, Jutao? Jutao, am I saying that correctly? Yeah, where are you? You got yours in 2 weeks. That's good. We call it snail mail. It is snail mail.
FedEx have lost quite a few parcels as well.
If you make another, can I design the cover, please? You can design the cover right now if you want, Equine Mads, and see how we go. Every postal service sucks, I think that means. Brooklyn. Okay, you got it pretty quick then, Jutao. Brooklyn, New York. Right, guys, I am going. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. It's probably not been the most exciting live in the world. I know that, and I appreciate all of the love and support from you guys. I really, really do. It's been nice chatting to you. I haven't chatted to you in long enough. We will continue to endeavor to make as good a videos as possible. Give me as much feedback as you can. And see, when you watch a video, genuinely every little like that you guys click really kind of helps me to be spurred on, because I like to see numbers going up. The likes and the comments, I don't know, I'm always looking to better the last one, and all of that is motivation for me, as well as the feedback that you give me. So guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you have an amazing festive season, and I'll speak to you sometime between Christmas and New Year at some point. Okay, goodbye. Everybody's saying goodbye, Ashley. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye. End stream and bye.